Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Fluent Podcast.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today. Thank you so much for listening.
Seriously, whether you're driving, walking, studying, or just relaxing, we truly appreciate your time.
Absolutely. And before we start, just a small reminder, if you enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
Exactly. When you share the podcast, you're not just helping us, you're helping another learner grow, and that's powerful.
And we'd love to hear from you today. In the comments, tell us honestly, do you feel confident when you speak English?
Be real with yourself. When someone speaks to you in English, do you feel relaxed? Or do you feel nervous, heart beating fast, mind going blank?
Oh, wow. I remember that feeling so clearly.
Me too. That moment when you know the words, but they just don't come out.
Exactly. And today we're talking about something so important, how to build real confidence in English speaking.
Not perfect grammar, not fancy vocabulary, real confidence.
Yes, the kind of confidence where you speak even if you make small mistakes.
The kind where you don't freeze, you don't panic, you just continue.
And we're going to break it down in a very simple way with real examples, real experiences, and practical advice you can use immediately.
Because confidence isn't magic. It's built step by step, slowly, intentionally.
Exactly. And if you stay with us until the end of this episode, you'll see that confidence is absolutely possible for you.
All right, let's take a deep breath. Ready?
Let's begin.
So, Sophia, let's be honest. Why is speaking English confidently so hard for so many learners?
I think the biggest reason is fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding silly, fear that someone will judge your accent.
Oh, wow, yes, that fear can be really strong.
I remember when I first started speaking English, I knew grammar, I knew vocabulary, but when I had to speak, my mind just stopped.
Exactly. It's like your brain says, wait, don't speak. You might say something wrong.
Yes, and then you stay silent even when you have something to say.
Another big reason is overthinking.
Oh, yes, overthinking grammar while speaking is dangerous.
You start thinking, is it present perfect? Should I use past simple? Is this sentence correct? And suddenly you forget what you wanted to say.
Exactly, and confidence disappears.
I also think comparison plays a big role.
Absolutely. Comparing yourself to native speakers or even to other learners who seem more fluent.
And that comparison can make you feel small.
But here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect.
Yes, it doesn't come from having the best accent in the room.
It comes from being comfortable with yourself, even with small mistakes.
That's such an important point because many learners wait. They say, I'll speak when my English is better.
Oh, wow, yes, I've heard that so many times.
But confidence doesn't come after fluency. Fluency comes after confidence.
Exactly. You build confidence by speaking, not by waiting.
So if you feel nervous when speaking English, that's normal. Seriously, normal.
Yes, you're not weak, you're not bad at English, you're just human.
And today, we're going to show you how to slowly change that feeling.
Step by step, in a very realistic way.
Okay, let's clear something up. What does confidence in English actually mean?
Many people think confidence means speaking perfectly.
Yes, no mistakes, perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation.
But that's not real confidence.
Exactly. Real confidence is speaking even when your sentence is not perfect.
It's saying your idea clearly, even if the grammar isn't 100% correct.
For example, imagine someone says, yesterday I go to market and buy vegetables. Grammatically, not perfect.
But do we understand the message?
Absolutely. Completely.
And if that person says it with a calm voice, steady tone, natural rhythm, it sounds confident.
Exactly. Confidence is energy. It's not perfection.
I love that. Confidence is comfort plus clarity.
Yes, comfort with yourself and clarity in your message.
You don't freeze, you don't apologize for every sentence, you don't say, sorry for my bad English every 2 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's so true. That habit actually weakens your confidence.
Exactly. Imagine starting a conversation with, sorry, my English is very bad. Immediately, your brain believes that.
Instead, you can say nothing, just speak. Or if you really want to say something, say, I'm still learning. That sounds strong.
Yes, it sounds honest and confident at the same time.
Another important thing, confident speakers don't panic when they make a mistake.
Right. They correct themselves calmly, like, yesterday I went to the store. And they continue.
Exactly. No drama, no embarrassment, just continue.
That mindset shift is so powerful. Confidence is not about sounding native, it's about staying relaxed.
And relaxed people speak better, always.
So, if you're waiting to feel perfect before you speak confidently, you'll wait forever.
Confidence grows while speaking, not before.
All right, Steve, now that we understand what confidence really means, how do we actually build it every day?
Yes, small habits, tiny, consistent actions that add up.
First, speaking alone at home. Seriously, it sounds funny, but just talking to yourself in English helps so much.
Absolutely. Describe what you're doing, even small things.
Like, I'm making tea, I'm pouring the water. It's really hot today.
Exactly. It's simple, but your brain gets used to forming sentences out loud.
Another powerful habit, shadowing.
Yes, listen to a native speaker, then repeat exactly what they say, their rhythm, their stress, their intonation.
It's like acting, but quietly at home.
And recording yourself works wonders.
Oh, wow, yes. You notice little things, pronunciation, tone, pauses.
And thinking in English instead of translating in your head.
Yes, that's so powerful.
For example, instead of thinking, how do I say I am tired? Just think, I am tired, directly in English.
Exactly. Small steps done consistently make confidence grow naturally.
Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is better than one long practice once a week.
Consistency, consistency, consistency.
And real-life mini practice helps too.
Like talking to a cashier, sending a short message in English, or describing your day aloud.
Yes, each small success builds your confidence like a muscle.
And remember, mistakes will happen. It's normal, but that's where growth comes from.
Exactly. Every small habit, every small mistake adds to your confidence slowly but surely.
And over time, you'll notice that speaking English feels really natural, even fun.
So, Sophia, we mentioned mistakes a few times already, but let's dive deeper.
Yes, mistakes are actually your best friend when learning English.
Exactly. They show you where you can improve, but most importantly, they don't define you.
I love that perspective. For example, imagine I say, yesterday I go to, the park.
That's perfect. Then you can calmly correct yourself. Sorry, I went to the park yesterday.
Yes, notice how I didn't panic. I just corrected and continued.
And that's exactly what confident speakers do. Mistakes happen, but they keep going.
Another tip, don't over-apologize.
Oh, yes. Instead of saying, sorry, my English is bad, just keep talking.
Or you can simply say, I'm still learning, which sounds much stronger and positive.
Right. Also, sometimes forgetting a word happens.
Yes. What I do is describe it instead.
Exactly. Like you forget the word umbrella. Just say, you know, that thing you use when it rains. Both laugh.
And people understand. No big deal.
See? Handling mistakes naturally is key.
Yes, mistakes don't weaken your confidence. Panic does.
So the more you practice, the less mistakes scare you.
Exactly. And even small corrections done calmly show that you're learning actively.
Remember, mistakes are part of progress, not a failure.
Absolutely. Accept them, correct gently, and move on.
All right, Sophia, now let's practice in real time.
Yes, this is the fun part, a small demo to show how confidence really sounds.
Okay, I'll start with a short story. Last weekend, I went to the local market. The weather was sunny, people were chatting and laughing. I saw a street musician playing guitar. The music was so lively, I even bought a little handmade notebook from a vendor.
Steve, that sounds really confident. You didn't pause too much, you just described it naturally, with small details.
Exactly. And notice, I didn't worry about perfect grammar. I just told the story.
Yes, and even small imperfections don't make it sound bad. It feels alive, real.
Now you try, Sophia. Describe something small, a recent moment.
Okay, let's see. Yesterday, I was walking in the park. It was quiet, the sun was shining. I saw kids playing with their dogs, and an elderly man was feeding pigeons near the fountain. I paused for a moment to enjoy the scene. It was peaceful.
Oh, wow, that was excellent. Small pauses, clear details. You didn't rush.
Yes, I just focused on the moment and described it.
Exactly. That's confidence, speaking naturally, slowly, and clearly.
And if we make tiny mistakes, like forgetting a word, it's fine. We describe it differently or just continue.
Right. Even a simple description of a person works. She's medium height, short curly hair, wearing a yellow scarf, smiling warmly.
Yes. Details, habits, colors, small actions, all these make your speech vivid and confident.
And practicing daily like this, even for 5 to 10 minutes, makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. It's small, consistent practice that builds real confidence.
So, listeners, find small moments, describe them, speak out loud, mistakes or not, it's perfect practice.
Yes, and your confidence will grow naturally with every description you make. Wow, Steve, that was such a fun practice session today.
Yes, so much fun. And I hope listeners felt how simple it can be to start speaking confidently.
Exactly. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about speaking clearly, slowly, and naturally, even with small mistakes.
So, listeners, here's a little challenge for you today. Pick something small, a person, a scene, or even your breakfast, and describe it out loud in English.
Yes, and if you want, write your description in the comments below. Start with, "Today I noticed blank because blank." We'd love to read your thoughts, and it really helps you practice.
And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's learning English.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep building that confidence, step by step.
And remember, every small effort counts. Each time you speak, you grow a little more.
All right, everyone, stay confident and take care.
Bye.